What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about on a daily basis, including money, investing, retirement, Social Security, everything going on here. The fourth stimulus package, stimulus check update. We cover it all here on our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. It's completely free to do so. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you find these videos helpful, don't forget to hit the like button for us down below. In this video, Senator Bernie Sanders calls for a raise to Social Security benefits, and we'll go over that in this video as well. And we'll hear from the White House on inflation and the path forward here. So we got a lot to cover here in this video. Let's jump right in. Senator Bernie Sanders, who is the Senate Budget Chairman, and by some people's standards or considerations, considered President Biden's right-hand man, calls for expanding Social Security benefits by taxing the rich. And this is actually very similar to President Biden's proposal here that he campaigned on. So we're seeing a lot of movement on this. Check this out. This has just come out here, and we're going to see more movement on this here. Here's what Senator Bernie Sanders has to say here. This could be very good news here for people on Social Security. Senator Bernie Sanders announced Friday a Senate hearing next week, so starting here coming this upcoming week, focused on expanding Social Security benefits as he and others and other defenders countered false and repeated Republican claims that the popular Social Security program is headed towards insolvency. We did just have a report that came out that said somebody wanted to come and say hi.
How are you?
Ooh, careful. What do you want to say?
Love you.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah. And how are you feeling?
4 years old?
No, say, how are you feeling?
Yesterday I got a fever.
Yeah. Are you feeling better?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all feeling a little under the weather, but we're feeling okay now.
Yep, but I still have a bruise on my back.
On your back?
Yep.
You don't have a bruise on your back. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So yeah, we just had this come out here. The Social Security solvency was just boosted at least a little bit by the economic recovery from the pandemic. Remember, this is kind of normal because as you come out of a recession, remember that inflation is low at the beginning and then tends to run hot coming out of a recession. We're seeing higher than normal inflation right now. Of course, it's at a 40-year high, but because people are going back to work, states and the federal government are seeing higher than expected revenues right now, and Social Security seeing the same thing as well. So Social Security and the Social Security Trust Fund got boosted. So if that continues for a while, they'll see more solvency than expected. But you can see here, while a report released Thursday by the Board of Trustees of the Federal Old Age and Survivors Insurance and Federal Disability Insurance Trust Fund showed that Social Security has a surplus of almost $3 trillion, $2.85 trillion. The independent senator from Vermont, Bernie Sanders, said benefits should be increased for retirees, an expansion that could easily be paid for by raising the cap on payments into SSI, so supplemental security insurance, by wealthy Americans who contribute at a disproportionately low rate compared to most. So they want wealthy Americans to pay more into Social Security and the SSI program. We'll get more into that here in a second. Senator Bernie Sanders says, quote, our job is to save and expand Social Security by making the wealthiest Americans pay their fair share of taxes, Bernie Sanders says. In the richest country in the history of the world, no senior should live in poverty, and every American should be able to retire in dignity after a lifetime of hard work. This is not a radical idea. Well, it does seem like a logical idea, right? When you're retired. An estimated 50% of Americans aged 55 and older are living without retirement savings, the Senate Budget Committee reported. A crisis stemming from stagnant wages, a widening gap between CEO and worker pay, and rising cost of living. Also, I have this article here from a few days ago. This report just came out. 25% of Americans are delaying retirement due to inflation. Yeah, so as you can see here, 25% of Americans are delaying retirement due to inflation. And already, right now, a majority of Americans rely on only Social Security for retirement, which is already a major problem because Social Security is not enough. It was never really designed to be a full retirement. It was designed to be a supplemental retirement. Yeah, due to this survey, 36% of survey respondents have reduced their savings, and 21% are putting away less for retirement in order to keep up with growing costs, according to the survey. The Senate Budget Committee reports that an estimated 50% of Americans aged 55 and older are living without any retirement savings at all. Yeah, this is the problem today. This is why the Social Security program is so important, and other programs like the SNAP program and other similar programs here as well, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, stimulus check programs, all these type of programs, right? Quote, we don't have a Social Security crisis, but we do have a retirement income crisis, said the Social Security Works. With prices rising, seniors and people with disabilities are struggling to afford food and medicine. The solution is to expand Social Security Social Security benefits. Alex Lawson and Nancy Altman, executive director of and president of the Social Security Works, respectively, are among the witnesses scheduled to testify at the Budget Committee hearing this Thursday. The organization for years countered Republican propaganda that tries to claim Social Security is unaffordable or that its benefits are too generous. Wow. I mean, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Social Security benefits are too generous? Uh, I don't know, that's maybe the first time I've heard that one. Um, yeah, I mean, if anything, the average Social Security is well below $20,000 a year now, and the average income for a working person now is $50,000 and rising. You know, with inflation. So you can see here that Social Security is well below the average salary. In fact, it's less than half, less than almost a third of the average worker's salary. So, we think about retirement being the golden years, retire, sail off into the sunset, retire on a beach, live your golden years. Social Security is just not cutting it. It's just not it's just not really what people thought it would be, right? Unless you really made good money when you worked and really put a lot into Social Security, then maybe you had to have a good amount of Social Security. But for the vast majority of people, it's not quite enough. You have to have a good amount of 401k savings, regular savings, IRA savings, in addition to Social Security. Yeah, and this is the problem. You just seen this statistic that 50% or more of retirees have no savings at all. Yeah. Progressive advocates like SSW, Sanders, and other allies have also defended against repeated right wing efforts to I think privatize the safety net program. We can't privatize Social Security. They would they would dramatically cut benefits, and that would never work. Earlier this year, a memo written by Republican Senator Rick Scott from Florida included a proposal for Congress to reauthorize Social Security and other anti poverty programs every 5 years. The problem with this, I can already see here. I'll finish this sentence though. A move Sanders said at the time would impose massive cuts to much needed benefits. I can already see the problem here if they had to reauthorize Social Security every 5 years with this Republican proposal. Just looking at this from a realist point of view, there'd be years that it just wouldn't get done. With Republican and Democrat fighting, I mean, look at the child tax credits. They passed it for 1 year and then couldn't reauthorize it 1 year later. So you look at trying to reauthorize Social Security every 5 years, there'd be years where they wouldn't be able to agree on certain stipulations in there, and it wouldn't get passed. And then who knows what would happen? That would be bad. That would be bad because and Republicans would blame it on Democrats. Democrats would blame it on Republicans, vice versa. And Congress changes every few years, where it's Republican majority, Democrat majority, Republican presidents, Democrat presidents. That would be a bad thing. You don't want to have to reauthorize that every few years. No, trust me, that would be bad. According to the Board of Trustees report, Social Security is currently funded until 2035. Even without congressional action to expand the program, increase benefits, would be able to pay 90% of benefits for the next 25 years. And this is without new revenue coming in, like quote, taxing the rich, or new revenues coming in like currently is now. 84% of benefits and administration costs are fully funded for the next half century, and 80% are funded for the next 3/4 of a century. Wow. Quote, despite Republican claims to the contrary, Social Security is not going broke, said statement from Bernie Sanders' office as it announced a hearing planned for June 9th. The appropriate answer to any projected shortfall, said SSW, is to make the wealthy pay their fair share. Projected and expanding benefits is a question of values, not affordability. That this year's projections are even stronger than last year's proves that once again, Social Security is built to withstand times of crises, including pandemics. Democrats are united in support of expanding Social Security. In contrast, Republicans want to reach into our pockets and, quote, steal our money. I don't really like to pick sides, but I'm just reading what the article says here, so no judgment here or anything like that. Bernie Sanders has repeatedly introduced legislation to expand the program and has more than 200 lawmakers that have co sponsored legislation in the U.S. House to increase Social Security benefits, improve the formula used to calculate the cost of living adjustments due to inflation, and set the minimum benefit at 25% above the poverty line. So that's the 125% um, above, or yeah, 125% of the poverty line. So 25% above the poverty line. That's kind of the same thing there. So the poverty line would be 100% or equal. This would be 25% above the poverty line, if that kind of makes sense, to protect seniors from retiring into poverty. Yeah. So that would be where the benefits would be $1,415 per month for everybody that qualifies. I have a video for you guys on that you can watch next. Beneficiaries can be assured that even without congressional action, Social Security benefits are not in danger of running out. Nonetheless, acting sooner rather than later to improve the program's ability to provide the full benefits upon which beneficiaries rely would cool overheated rhetoric and boost public confidence. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments. They're going to be meeting here on that this week, and I will keep you up to date here on that. I just did 2 videos here on Social Security benefits here. One, this video here is how Social Security, they want to raise Social Security benefits to $1,415 for everybody as the minimum benefit. You can click on this video next. And this video over here is how they want to raise Social Security benefits by 8% or more for everybody here as well. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you here in the next video.